Hey guys, yeah,
Hey
we back
guys.
for another episode of the Personal Growth Lifestyle. So this is season 1, episode 8, and the title of this episode is "The Real Destructions of Self-Sabotage." So there it is. We're going to be talking about self-sabotaging. So, what is self-sabotaging, right? Self-sabotaging is when typically you, as a person, are doing things to yourself or allowing things to happen to you that are keeping you away from success. And it can be in like everything we say, like it's always because the lifestyle that we live is in so many different aspects. It's never just about finances, it's never just about health, it's never just about relationship, it's about it all, right? So self-sabotaging is you holding yourself back. It's not the crabs in the bucket mentality. It's the, oh no, I'm spinning the revolver and pinning it to my own head mentality.
Right.
So 95% of your activities that you do is most likely self-sabotaging. And you might be like, hold on, why just like, what do you mean by that? Like, so let me explain. Um, Anything that you're doing that's not in line with your purpose and your goal is self-sabotaging. Anything that you're allowing to happen that's not in line with your purpose or your goal that you're achieving to gain to be, that's self-sabotaging. Quick example before I let D jump on. If you were knowing that, and I've seen this happen, right? It's some people who know that they have health problems. Like they know that they need to be eating better. They know that they need to be watching their health, right? But they continuously make excuses. They continuously do things to make themselves feel better when they should be the first and most important thing should be your health, not family cookouts, not get-togethers, not none of that stuff, right? You know, so that's a person self-sabotaging their life, like they health. You know, and you might, a lot of people might not look at it like a big deal, but it is. It's a sickness that we can overcome.
Yeah. It is. And like I'm gonna go back to what you're saying. Like we don't just sabotage like like our own self, but we sabotage like getting to our goal, like achieving our goals as well. What I mean by that is like he said we'll attend every family cookout, birthday party, every holiday, we'll attend every thing that goes on throughout the whole year, but not put that time into ourselves, into our work. And that's self-sabotaging ourselves at the end of the day, because you prolonged and you could have had a shortcut in your time. Instead you made it couple years versus a year or 2 years. You like dragged out the time of it because you wanted to be at every event, every thing going on, instead of knowing that once you get to your goal and once you get to that freedom, you could be doing whatever you want to do.
Yes.
And you won't have to be on a time, or you can literally have whatever freedom you want. But we self-sabotage ourselves prior to that, and like I said, we prolong our process. Our process drags out.
Yes, the process drags out.
Yeah.
So real quick, I want to share with you guys. Like, I think one of the most valuable. Well, there's a lot of valuable things, but one of the most valuable things that I think that we self-sabotage and we allow other people to self-sabotage us on is our energy.
Yeah.
You guys self-sabotage your energy. Your energy is so important. Your energy is the core component when it comes to creating and manifesting something.
Yes.
So you're allowing sabotage to come to your energy. Like, so I got a perfect example, right? Like this can be like us in like a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So it, say for instance, like we're going hard, we got a good day rolling, we doing things, we got business going, we making calls with people and stuff, and then let's say some like a friend calls her or something, and she like, hey D, blah 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 blah. She goes off and have a talk with her, and now she allowed the problems or her friend to come into her vortex. So now her 100% that she was given our day, 100% energy she was given to her day, now is 60%. Now she has to come back and give 60% to her family. She got to come back and give 60%, and it could be vice versa. It's an example, right? And that's sabotaging. Like, that's not fair to the other person that you with. And that's what I mean when I say, who cares if it's your family member? Who cares if it's your friend? If we're business partner, if we're doing something, we're in a relationship, we have something that we have a purpose to set doing. You can't allow outer things, no matter who it is, to come in and sabotage what we have going on. That's a big no-no. It's something that I did in my past, and I've learned. And that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, you can't do that. You can't allow people to sabotage your energy. It's not fair to the people who need you. It's not fair to the people who really believe in you, you know, because you let somebody who don't believe in you, you know, come and sabotage your energy.
Right. So now most of you guys are like, okay, you guys have good key points here, right? Okay, so how do we not sabotage ourselves? Let's talk about that, because we always talk about how we sabotage ourselves, but how do we get out of sabotaging ourselves? You know what I mean? How do we get, and this goes back to everything, past videos that we talked about. It goes back to having confidence. It goes back to having, not having, like, you know, different characteristics that you want to portray to be, but like actually be. Don't just like say that you're that, but like if you actually be that, you have the less chance of sabotaging yourself on a daily basis. And what I mean by that, like he said, it goes back to knowing who you allow in your vortex, like knowing what energy you put into you know, yourself. But if you know who you're around on a daily basis and they're good people, you're less likely to sabotage yourself because you're not around that negative energy. Right. You know what I mean? Like you won't run into probably as many problems.
Walking on eggshells.
Exactly. You won't have as many problems. You won't come across probably too many people around you having arguments, because once people start to argue with you, even if it has nothing to do with you, it still affects your energy. You know what I mean? It can literally have nothing to do with you, but at the end of the day, if you're around that, you're gonna feel that, and you're gonna take that in, and then now you're self-sabotaging your energy. That goes back to what he was talking about, is energy is a huge part of being able to get to that next level and being able to keep consistency, being able to keep, you know, being able to keep going, and that's ran off of energy. You know, we're literally running off of bad energy or good energy, positive and negative energy. And if you find like a medium, because we're gonna come across negative things. I'm not saying we're not, but when you do, it's easier to overcome them if you know how to control your energy.
One has to exist for the other one to exist.
Yeah.
That's why she said medium.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine a big power beam shooting through the universe of light, of like just solar power, and at one end is negative energy, and at the other end is positive energy. Both of them has to exist, right? And it's like, it's frequencies that's sent out through the universe.
Yeah.
Right? So we, by our thoughts, we choose what frequencies we want to tap into, right? That's where we get vibrations. That's where we get levels from. When people say it's levels to this or level up, right? That's where we get that from. So typically, I'm a believer in like God and stuff like that, but we don't look at demons and devils and stuff like that being like little horned people and stuff. We look at it from like situations you create. When you have negative thoughts, basically you giving power to these circumstances, and they come about in your life, and that's self-sabotaging, right? So when you down on yourself, when you consistently talking about other people, when you're consistently doing like negative things, all you're doing is creating circumstances for your future that's going to come in the form of negativity. That's going to be the energy that you're like, when we say tap in, that's the energy you tapping into, right?
Yep, 100%. Yep. And another good like thing you guys can do to be able to like control, be able to go back and look at different situations is having like a journal to write down, you know, when things come about. You know, when things come about. You know, when things come about, and if you can go back even have a journal to just reflect on. And it doesn't all have to be negative, you know. Like I said, you can find a medium. It could be some positive, negative, but being able to go back and reflect and being like, oh, that's how I did that, or felt that, or said this, or did that. You know, it's crazy to be able to reflect on that.
You have
and if you can do that and do that like daily, you know, or weekly, you'll be able to find yourself like we're talking about, you're sabotaging yourself. So you'll be able to find yourself being able to be like, oh, that was stupid, I'm not going to do that again. So if you don't do that again, that's another time of you not being able to sabotage yourself, or a relationship, or a business partner, or, you know, whatever circumstances are, you know. People sabotage themselves at work, or with their coworkers and whatnot, you know, like in all different aspects, you know. People sabotage their business partner relationships, you know, like people say they want one thing and then they don't end up, you know, taking action on it, and so now it's sabotaging the relationship.
Yes.
So, you know, like I said, keep a journal, write it, you know, write in it either daily, weekly, however, you know. But I really recommend doing that because, like I said, you can reflect on it.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Richard, Crystal, McCoy. So if you guys want to, if you guys are not shy, like, just drop a comment. Let us know maybe something that you feel like you've been doing to maybe like sabotage yourself. Like, don't be shy. Like, we all got stuff that like that we do. Like, one of my problems I found out, because I got mentors that I work with for my personal development, is that I had a problem saying no. Like, I extend myself too much. Right. So I said that's self-sabotage. Like, so I'm no better than nobody else. Right. We all. That's what we're here doing.
He's quick to like. He has like a quick reaction when.
Quick, like impulse.
You know, he's impulsive.
So,
you know?
So my mentor taught me that I spread myself too thin, and I got to learn how to say no and let my no mean no, and don't explain why I said no.
Right.
So
you're no longer gonna sabotage yourself like that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, it's like I said, I don't let nobody tap into my energy. You know, if I let somebody tap in, I let you tap out real quick. Yeah. Like, you don't even get to exist in, you know, that negative world. If you bring positivity towards me, you can exist all you want. But once you become negative, you no longer exist in my vortex, because, like I said, I'm not letting people sabotage, you know, my peace, happiness, you know.
So what she said about journaling is gonna tune into the next thing that I'm gonna tell you. Like, journaling is a form of self-reflection, right? When you're journaling, it's something that you can look back, you know, you're reanalyzing, and then you can readjust because you have data, you have information, right? Yeah. Because the journaling is going to tell you behaviors, emotions, thoughts, right? And these are the things you're trying to track and change. Just like how hard people put in work to create ads and track where their customers at and how many clicks and pixels is hitting this in place. Yeah. You need to be tracking your thoughts and your emotions and your actions and stuff like that, because you want to be able to design the best, you know, you that you can, and that's how you're going to be able to tackle these problems. So a key thing and how you keep yourself from self-sabotaging is being self-aware, right? Journaling is doing self-aware activities. Journaling is being self-aware. Having lots of positive self-talk is being self-aware. Yeah. You have to be your biggest coach. You have to be your biggest motivator. Like, there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Like, you're not crazy because you talk to yourself. Don't, like, listen to people who say that. That's, like, just some movie Hollywood stuff. You should be talking to yourself. When you find yourself, you know how many times
nobody could give you the best advice,
than yourself.
You know.
Hold on real quick. Let me give you guys a quick example. When I feel myself getting upset, I'll, like, if I have to go say a quick little prayer, I will. Or if I gotta go tell myself, like, no, this ain't what's going on. I control my day. I gotta get back to it. Like, those are type of things those are type of things that you have to do, man.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Because it's like you said, most people will just, you know, not be able to actually, like, be able to reflect on themselves. You know, we're so quick to talk about how somebody else is so negative. Yes. You know, we're so quick to judge somebody else, but it's like I said, we got to judge ourselves. We got to look within ourselves. Like I said, it don't always have to be negative. You can always have some type of positive, you know, behind some things too. You know, that always helps. Like I said, keeps a medium, so it's not always just negative. You know, you also want to reflect on the positive things that go on. Reflect on your wins.
What's up, Matthew?
You know, when you do have some wins, you want to, treat yourself, whether it's doing whatever you like to do, hobbies, activities, you like to eat good food, go treat yourself, Don't just reflect on just negative.
Unless you, what's up, bro? What's up? Unless you got a brutally honest person in your corner, the only way that you can really, like I say, track your self-sabotaging is being able, like, reflection and being, like, very aware.
Yeah.
Like, writing stuff down is an excellent way to,
Hallelujah.
Writing stuff down is an excellent way to, track stuff, like we said, with journaling. The key thing to another way, one of the biggest ways, because I'm only trying to hit, we're going to talk about, do this subject so many different type of ways and lessons and trainings.
For sure.
But on this one, I want to hit some of the biggest ways that I see people self-sabotaging. So one of the last ways I want to touch on is, for us that's, aspiring to be something new in life, aspiring to be different, aspiring to be better, right? Aspiring to change. You allowing yourself to emotionally or even sometimes create these things that got to do with your family, your friends, and people that you know in your life right now at this present moment. People you know in your life who've been a part of your life, who you seen raise up, who you call Auntie Bookie, and you got her cookies and all that different type of stuff, right? Your cousin, Sarah, that you stayed the night with, any of that, right? Those are people who've been a part of your everyday life, right? One of the biggest ways I see people self-sabotaging is not knowing how to draw the line. You not being self-aware to where you are in life, right? Knowing what season you're in.
Right.
When you're in a season of cultivating, when you're trying to take yourself to the next level, when you're trying to get yourself out of the rat race, there's certain things that you have to do different. You have to move different ways. You can't subject yourself, expose yourself to certain things because you're trying to move and break out of that.
Right, you gotta get hella uncomfortable.
You gotta get hella uncomfortable, man, because you're trying to break habits. It don't take 21 days to break habits. It takes 90 days to break habits.
3 months.
Like 3 months. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be on it.
Like solid.
You gotta be solid.
Yeah.
Like she said, you gotta be solid.
Yeah, you gotta have
to
a good
be on it.
foundation. Like you gotta you gotta be working. Every single day.
Every single day. Every single day.
There is no, I'm gonna go hang out, kick it, do this party. Like,
You have to recognize where you at.
Especially right now, the time that we're in right now, there is nothing. There is nothing. Like, there is no bars open. There is no clubs. Like, there is no gyms. Like, if there's a time right now, you guys should be, like, dedicating yourself to something, Finding something that you're passionate about.
Digging in. Definitely.
You gotta, yep. It can't be random either because you'll never really excel if you just go after something random. Like, we're not telling you just go, find a random dude and marry him. Like, that's the same thing with your goals. Like, don't just go find something random and stick to it. Like, find something that you actually truly, love and truly want to dedicate your time and life to. Because it's not just something that you're just going to just do. Like, it's something that you're going to make a lifestyle.
Yes. That's why this is called personal growth lifestyle. Because it's a lifestyle, fool. Like, I didn't used to realize that. I used to think that maybe if I, listen to some stuff here and there, wrote some stuff down here and there, that'd get me to where I need to be. And I was so focused on just like, I need to figure out how to make this money. I need to figure out how to do this.
I didn't even want to write nothing down.
Yeah, like literally we went through that phase where it's like, we had cold hour conversations about why I'm telling her why it's important to write stuff down. She's like, I don't need to write nothing. I don't need and I'm like trying to explain
I have the most
the scientific, the energy, like all of that different type. But she totally gets it out, and the importance of it, and that's why we are advocates of it. About writing stuff down, putting energy on it. And that's what it is. It ain't just writing stuff down. It's putting energy on it. Because we easy. I can go take a piece of paper right now I can write down 10 things and be like, these are my goals. It's about putting energy on it. That's what gives power to the things that you're writing down.
Exactly.
Right? It's a 3-step process. Write it down, put energy on it, execute.
Yeah, you gotta execute it as well. Like, you can't just write it down and then, you process it, you got it, you you accept it for what it is, but now you gotta,
Facts.
execute it,
No more self-sabotaging, guys. No more going to family members who don't know nothing about finances, asking their opinion on this new company you're going to join.
I think I mentioned that in our last video, or a video before. I was like, I think it might have been in my my Instagram live. That I was like, once, we get money, like, we don't know what the hell to do with it, because we had nobody teach us what to do with money, like, real money, not just, money we get from a job.
Real money.
Like, some real money, So we even have to get our, got ourselves, a financial coach. Like, it's important, Like,
so important.
You can't just be running out here not knowing what the hell you're investing
so
in.
important.
Like, you gotta invest, you gotta know what you're investing in, But like we said, we'll, like, get way more into all that type of stuff.
Do you know, like...
On the financial side.
A fun fact for you guys. Did you know in the National Basketball Association, I mean the NBA, when you see boys dunking, laying up, 360 and all that, did you know that 75% of these guys, who obviously all of them don't make big millions, but a lot of them make enough money, way more money than the average person. Did you know 75% of these guys live paycheck to paycheck? Why? Because they lack of financial literacy. So we have a problem now. Now we have a pandemic.
And unfortunately, most of that percentage is, black.
That's what I'm going to say. Now we have a pandemic because we got thousands of communities of African American men who look just like me. I'm not shitting on nobody's dreams.
No.
But who trying to make it to the NBA.
It's just facts. It's just what it is.
Who trying to make it to the NBA, right? And then you get to the NBA and they have no financial literacy on how to create and keep money or to be able to come back and create more in their community. Like, these dudes don't know what to do with their money.
Homeboys,
buying chains, taking vacations, spending it on
buying
girls.
Buying their mama house. Like, too big of a house. Like, I get you want to take care of people, but you got to invest first. You got to, like, let your money make money for you, and then you can help people.
And if people don't understand that, then you got to put them on pause for a minute. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, you doing this for other people. You can't self-sabotage yourself.
We've heard the craziest stories, though. People self-sabotaging other family members to try to get what they want.
You can't.
It's horrible.
You can't. Like, you just can't. I know you're emotionally attached. I know you just can't. You can't self-sabotage yourself like that.
No.
Educate yourself to be able to educate your children and then be able to help other families do the same.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Pretty much.
Don't think you know it all. You got out here walking around with your nose stuck up, acting like you miss the ain't shit stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? How many people are you helping? Like, I don't care about what you done. Who are you help duplicating that with?
Like, really helping.
Who are you really doing it with? Who are you
helping,
teaching?
y'all.
Like, who your skill set? Like, are you really making people feel like, okay, this person is giving me some really good information.
Right.
Like, this person is like, reaching out to me and sharing with me some stuff that really I can add to what I'm doing, and it can, help me get closer to being successful.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's religion, health-wise, relationship-wise.
Like, look to see what benefits you. What's beneficial to your life. Stop, doing random things out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all walking around doing random shit all the time.
I got people I had to dissociate myself with to this day because they were into too many random things.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize. You gotta, like I said, you write this all down, prioritize, like he said, watch videos on your mentor, take notes, understand it, and then execute it.
Yes.
It's a process, but once you get the process down...
No, that's not execute.
And it's a process, but once you get the process down, anything you now did that process in, you can do it in another thing and just duplicate it.
Yes.
And do the same process over and over and over again,
So, before we go, I want to leave you guys with this last thing. Remember this, and always remember this. Whatever you're doing and learning right now, wherever you're inspired to be, you only can go so far. You only can learn so much. The way that you break that barrier and get to the next level is by being able to help other people duplicate that. That's going to be able to take you to a level that you individually can't get to yourself. No matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you put in. Like, it just doesn't matter. It's not your rules. It's not your laws. This is how it works. So, always remember, you're doing it, and you're going to get better at what you do by being able to reach out to other people to help them do the same.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to other people money-wise and how time-wise. No. If you know one chapter more than the next person, teach what you know to the best of your ability and dedicate yourself every day to keep learning more.
Yeah.
That's your job. If more people do that, then we have more people leading and being adequate followers of people who deserve to be followed.
Exactly.
And that's my piece.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're thinking about doing a like Saturday Night Live type thing.
It's gonna be different, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be way different. It's not gonna be personal development. It's basically gonna be. It's still gonna be educational, obviously.
Yes.
But it's gonna also have like a, you know,
it's gonna be
a
fun
twist to it. We're thinking about just, you know, going and grabbing stuff that's on social media, on the internet, of different people that's posted and.
Got a lot of reactions.
Yeah, got, you know, some interaction.
What's up, Tyson?
And we kind of just going to go through the comments, kind of just, you know, like I said, it's going to be educational, you guys. Like, we're going to probably start this either next week.
Don't bring your kids, though.
Yeah, it's going to be probably next week. It's going to be, like I said, Saturday Night Live type thing.
We'll be posting about it.
Yeah. We'll keep you guys updated. But until then, subscribe to our YouTube. Oh, yeah. Subscribe to our YouTube. And then we also have 2 groups that you guys can go join. We have a Royal Entourage Global Network. And then
we got
a Royal Entourage Global FX.
Yes.
I'll be dropping all the links in the comments so you guys can go join all those.
Get in there. Yes, let's go.
We also have a mentorship now open for you guys.
Yes. You guys want to work with me with trading? You ever wanted to work with me with trading? You want to see what I got? I'm rolling. I'm open now. We murdering it, slaying it. Pull them up, hit them from 300 yards. Like, let's go. Get in there. She's gonna drop the links. I want to see y'all there.
Links in the in the comments below.
Yep.
So until then, we'll see you guys back on Monday for episode 9. Until then, peace.
Peace, guys. Talk to you next time. Stay safe, y'all.